Hello students, welcome to today's session on profit and loss format. So students, in my earlier video, I had shown you the balance sheet format. Now we talk about the format of profit and loss account or statement of profit and loss. Okay. So students, now this is the format in front of you regarding the profit and loss account. Okay. Now let's understand what all is given in this format. We start with revenue from operations, other income, then added together, this becomes the total revenue, right? So revenue from operations would include sale of products, sale of services, and other operating revenues. Now, in respect to finance company, revenue from operations shall include revenue from interest, dividend, and income from other financial services. So it has to be noted here that under each of the above head, uh, uh, under each of the above heads, its detailing or its description shall be disclosed separately by way of note to accounts to the extent applicable. Then the other income. Again, so this other income would comprise of the interest income, that is only in case the company is other than a finance company, right? Meaning, for example, company has uh, extended a loan to somebody, and that individual or that the other firm or agency or whoever now is paying interest on that loan. Okay, so this interest income would be that. Then dividend income. Okay, meaning, as I said earlier, the company may also invest in the shares of other companies. Okay, so obviously this company would be in receiving the dividends also. So that is the dividend income. Acha, another thing about this interest income, again here, not only interest on the loan company has extended. Suppose company has invested in the debentures of the other company. So there also company is receiving the interest. So those interest and dividend are mentioned here in other income. Then net gain or loss on sale of investments. Okay. Then other non-operating income. All these are shown as other income. Now, after this, so all these two types of revenues are added, which makes it total revenue. Now, as we know, what is profit? Profit means revenue minus cost or expenses. So the next set is now expenses. What all expenses are shown in this profit and loss statement? So first is your, so as you can see, mm, hmm, yeah. Cost of material consumed, purchases of stock in trade, changes in inventories of finished goods, all these expenses can be seen here. Okay, now, so what exactly these expenses would uh, comprise of? So, these expenses would comprise of number one, cost of material, right? That is basically, now this applies to only the manufacturing companies, not for trading companies. This would consist of raw materials and other materials consumed in manufacturing of the goods. Then purchase of stock in trade, meaning purchase of goods for the purpose of trading. Now this is for the trading companies. Then change in inventories. Okay, that is the difference between opening inventory, finished goods, work in progress, of the finished goods, work in progress and stock in trade, and then closing stock in trade and inventory. Then the next is employee benefit expenses. Now, that is the expenses incurred on employees towards their salaries, wages, leave encashment, staff welfare, etc. All these expenses are shown under this head. Okay. Now, on the basis of direct or indirect, these expenses may be categorized into these broad categories as well. Then finance cost. What is finance cost? That is the expense towards interest charges during the year on borrowings. So what is that? That is the interest, right? Whenever you are borrowing means you're taking loan. So you pay interest on that borrowing. So only the interest cost is to be shown under this head. Other financial expenses such as bank charges are shown under other expenses. Then we show depreciation. Depreciation is what? Depreciation is the reduction in the value of fixed assets, right? Um, uh, as per their or because of wear and tear in their useful life. Right. So that has to be that is also an expense. So again, this would be shown under expense. Now, depreciation is for the tangible assets. What about the intangible assets? Their useful life is also depreciated as and when they are used, right? So this is known as amortization. So amortization is basically the reduction in the cost of the intangible assets. This is written off, right? So amortization is writing off the amount relating to intangible asset. That is also mentioned here. As I said, other expenses. Uh, all other expenses which do not fall under this category are shown under this last category, that is other expenses. Okay. Now, these other expenses may be further categorized into direct expenses, indirect expenses, and non-operating expenses. Okay. So, and then we have tax expenses, the current tax, deferred tax, right? So, all these are expenses. Now, and then the last part is that is, as you can see, profit before tax. So that is total revenue minus total assets. That becomes profit before tax. And then on this profit before tax, the tax considerations are subtracted, and finally we get the net profit or loss for the year, right? And the last one is into this earnings per equity shares, basic or diluted. So these were the main heads of a profit and loss statement, which are shown in the profit loss statement. So that's all for today's session, students. I hope you all understood this topic. Keep practicing, and I'll see you the next time. If you have any doubts, please contact me through my Urban Pro profile. Thank you.